Alright, so here's part 2 of important factors to succeed at Indoc, or in life. So, like I was saying, in Africa, we just used whatever we had. Luckily, we were transporting 50-pound bags of rice and flour and stuff everywhere. So we also had 50-pound bags of rice or flour, whatever to lift. Munga lift heavy things, you know, I mean, sometimes that's what you got to do. But so you have a job, and you got to work full-time to support yourself, or you're supporting your family, or, you know, find time to work out. Wake up a little bit earlier. Maybe see if you can get somebody to go with you. It's always easier with a buddy as a team to work out. You know, maybe you can motivate yourself on some days. Don't totally rely on people in that, because you got to find your own self-motivation and your own self-determination and make it happen yourself. But occasionally, if you find somebody of, you know, good, sound, moral character who's on the same path as you, and you'll know these people that are, you know, oh yeah, I'm really serious about, you know, going to Indoc, and maybe they lift a couple weights, they walk around, they look at people, they're like, oh hey, that's not the guy. You want somebody who's hungry. When you're hungry for pararescue, or hungry for life, or to accomplish whatever your goal is, nothing's going to get in your way. You know, I'm saying that sometimes life gets in the way, and that's not an excuse. That's just shit happens. You know, you're gonna be tired. You're gonna be run down. You're gonna get sick. So you just gotta be smart. You know, you gotta learn the difference between an injury and maybe I'm a little sore today. You know, is it something big, or is it something like maybe if I just kind of take it easy today, I'll be alright. Now, if taking it easy today turns into taking it easy tomorrow and taking it easy every day, then, you know, you got a problem. But if you're sick or you're injured, you need to be healthy. Because that's the only way you're going to graduate this place is being as healthy as you possibly can. So you can learn to push through injuries at a later date. So learn to tell the difference between, you know, a sore or soreness, and, you know, an actual I'm injured. And what? Look at that. People. Anyway, so no excuse. Well, excuses aren't excuses. You know, things like people say, "Why'd you fail?" No excuse, Sergeant. To me, that drives me nuts, because it's as worse as not. It's giving me an excuse is no excuse. You know, no excuse works for some things, you know, but other things you need to answer, like what you did wrong. And if you can answer what you did wrong, and that's where excuses come from. If I'm giving an excuse and I'm saying, oh, blah blah blah, excuse, I'm blaming other people. I'm blaming something else. But no excuse, or something of that matter, explaining what you did, how I failed, what I did wrong. That's not an excuse. That's saying, that's manning up. That's being like, hey, I messed up. I did this wrong. It won't happen again. You know, and so you need to be able to acknowledge and understand that it's you. You know, your greatest enemy is yourself. You're also your greatest non-enemy, friend, whatever, ally, but you are also your greatest enemy, because you know what's wrong with you. You know you suck at this, or you know that, who wants to do legs or back, or my body's hurting. You know all that, so you need to not do that, but honing up to what you did wrong, or where you went wrong, or things like that. That's important. So the difference between having an excuse or no excuse, you know, it's there. So sometimes you gotta be creative. Like I said, working out in Africa was kind of hard. I'm going to law school right now, and I take one class a semester. So every 8 weeks I take a different class. It's enough that, you know, I'm still making forward movement, but I'm able to pay attention to my kids. I'm able to pay attention to work, you know, and I'm still able to get an A in the class. Would it take me a little bit longer? Yeah, probably, but it's a it's a responsibility that I can handle. You know, it's not too much. Sometimes you're going to get too much on your plate. You know, family problems, your mom's sick, your girlfriend's pregnant, you name it. I've heard it all from students. So you need to get your affairs in order before you come. Make sure everything's, you know, as well taken care of as possible. You can't always foresee, you know, people getting cancer or bad things happening. So, you know, but you take them as they come and do your best. So, yeah, you gotta make things happen, and you gotta have that can-do attitude that America used to be known for. That, you know, we didn't fail. We will fight them on the beaches, and we will fight them in the air. That was Churchill. That's a horrible. I am not an impersonation kind of person. I do, you know, try to quote people, and will occasionally try to sound like them, but I don't think I do a very good job of it. But it amuses me, and you know, that's part of. I amuse myself, so I make myself happy. You got to have that self-soothing. You know, babies cry themselves to sleep. Alcoholics drink. I make myself laugh, and it works. So humor. You know, there's your answer. Humor in pararescue, Indoc, any kind of course where you're getting your butt kicked. Humor will go forever. You know, you laugh it in the face of death. You know, was it in Gladiator? And he says, you know, death smiles at us all. All a brave man can do is smile back. You know, that's the ticket. Because we're all gonna die. But it doesn't matter. Who cares? You know, you're here. You're alive. You got one chance at it, unless you're Buddhist and you believe, you know, in reincarnation. Other than that, you got one chance at life. You got to make it happen. You got to make it stick. You got to be the go-getter. You got to be the go-to guy. It's all up to you. So, yeah, humor goes a long way. I remember towards the end of my last team, there were 8 of us left, and we each had our own lane in the pool. And, you know, I knew that I could look at the guy next to me and smile and laugh and be like, hey, maybe we should quit tomorrow. Yeah, let's quit tomorrow. That's a good idea. And that was our little joke. You know, it was just, we knew we weren't going to quit, but it was something to talk about it, because bad things are going to roll into your head. You're going to think about quitting. But you just let them go. Don't hang on to them. Just let it roll over you, roll off you, you know, like a duck. Just gone. And don't quit. There's no reason to quit. You know, John McCain and other people spent 7 years in the Hanoi Hilton. Did they quit? No, they didn't lose the faith. You got to keep faith in yourself, in whatever you're fighting for, in the creed, you know, that others may live, in whatever belief system or values that got you to this point. That's what you need. So don't quit. Don't quit on yourself. If you get here and you're like, man, it's not for me, and then you quit and you feel better about it, and you're like, wow, you know, I feel the weight of the world off my shoulders, then pararescue wasn't for you. But if you quit and you're like kicking yourself, and you're like, oh, I'm an idiot, you know, and you're all mad, then quitting was not the right answer. So you know in your heart what you want to do and what you're willing to do. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to the instructors. Don't lie to other people. You know, you're not going to marry some girl or guy who, you know, you're like, well, I think it might work. Or, you know, this is my starter relationship. Then the next one I'll be serious about, you know. I've heard or believed that every day you're not working on your marriage is a day you're working on your divorce. Well, every day you're not working on pararescue or your life in general is a day you're working on your death or your failure, and you don't want to be that guy. So don't be that guy. So I think I've bored you sufficiently. Thank you for accompanying me on my drive home. I wish you guys luck. You know, train hard, work through your problems, constantly analyze yourself. Not overanalyze, but be like, what could I have done better? All right, and the next time fix that. Do it better. Don't be like, oh, I should, like Woody Allen when his movie, oh, what can I do? And you're losing sleep. Don't lose sleep. Sleep's very important. If it came down to sleeping or eating, I'd rather sleep. Rest is just as important as the workout. So work out hard, stay strong, get a little hoo-yah in your life, and I will see you on the field of battle when you come to Indoc. Have a good one.